relax, and enjoy another resin crafting with Chris Collected. Today's episode, I'm going to do this two-part mold, as well as my favorite mold that I have, my Akatsi Cloud mold. Plus, I'm going to start something and do a little test piece with this one. You'll see at the end what I'm talking about. But first, I need to pour some resin. For starters, I'm going to do 100 mils into this right one. And only 50 into this left one. That's right, the left one's only going to get a total of 100, and the right one's going to get a total of 200. Now I'm going to put part B in. There we go, that's 200. And the full 100 into the other one. These are not big projects today, so that will be plenty of resin for me. Next up, I gotta get them all spun up. While that's spinning, I'm gonna go ahead and get my next step already, which is after spinning, we gotta remove all those bubbles that I just put in. Put in the comments below, what do you think of my new camera angles? I want to make it the most satisfying clips that I can do for you. Alright, so that's going to go ahead and go run for about 10 minutes. And now, my favorite shot, seeing all the air rush back in. Primarily. The first one is bubblegum pink. Look how bright pink that is. And then with all the summer vibes, I'm going to use a nice big chunk. Look at that, I used about a third of it. Next up is tangerine. Now this is like a super orange. So I went with the brightest pink and the brightest orange for this one. And again, a nice big chunk. Now it's time for all kinds of colors. Let's go with green first off. And this is a green glitter. I'm gonna dump half of what I have left of that one. Not to be outdone, I also have this silver glitter. I'm just going to put a little bit, well, you know, let's put a little more in there. And these are these little plastic round bits. I decided to put a nice little chunk of that in there too. And finally, I have these orange ones. So this is all kinds of little orange shells and stars and all kinds of little stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put that one into both. That way there's a little bit of consistency between the two colors. Now it's time to stir them up. All right, that one's done. Now I'm going to do the other one. Because I'm putting in so much mica powder, look how dark and rich that's got. Won't be see-through, that's for sure. I'm gonna give it a nice squeeze, and look at that back wall. That's gonna be what your color is gonna be. So the orange is definitely darker than that pink. Well, because I put so much mica powder in both of them, they're both going to be pretty dark. I just like playing with it. All right, time to pour. Home of the split screen resin pour. First up, I'm going to do this one in 2 parts today. So this one's just going to be the pink bubblegum on the outside, and then in actually 2 episodes from now, you will see what I'm going to do with it, and it's going to be really cool. Make sure to stay tuned and watch all the rest of Summer Vibes. And then the next series is going to be Christmas in July. And you'll see why at the end of this episode. All right, that one looks nice and full. And I will scrape off that top, making sure there's no pink on it. And now with a little bit of that bubblegum that I have left, I'm going to go ahead and pour it into this lid. All right, looking good. I don't see any air pockets in it, so I think that's gonna demold really nicely. Next up, I wanted to get this coaster done, and I'll show you at the end of the episode why it was so important to get it done this time. And finally, this is a little pencil holder that has like a checkered pattern on the outside. And so I think in the future, I might actually do this one again and actually do each individual one with like chameleon powder and then fill the rest of it. And so check out for that in a future video. But for now, watch this one. I'll go ahead and fill this one all the way up to the top. All right. That's all the pouring for today's video. Remember to trust in yourself, honor yourself and others, and create a world that is safer for everyone. Now, this took me 24 hours for me to wait, but for you, it's just going to be a simple transition. All right. So for starters, I will not be demolding this one in this video. It will be demolded in a future video. And you'll see why in a future video. But I am going to go ahead and demold this other pink one so we can see how that pink came out. I didn't want to leave you hanging to think, how's this pink bubblegum going to look? Well, it looks like pink bubblegum. I mean, it's just amazingly bright. And because I put so much glitter in there, and so much plastic and so much awesomeness, I mean, the camera can barely even contain it. Next up, I cleaned this one with water beforehand, and apparently I did not clean it completely, so some of the water actually separated and was just sitting on top of it. So I was like, oh, whoops. I'll make sure to clean it with rubbing alcohol next time. I was like, oh, I'll just quickly clean it with some water. I didn't think it would leave residue like that. I can only use the water now for afterwards. Yeah, you can see this one was a little tight in there, so I just squirted some water in there. and the demold should be nice and easy now. And bloop. All right, that's out. That's looking good. I can use it again. Now wipe it off with one of my microfiber cleaning cloths. Microfiber one side, cotton on the other. I make it myself. And look at that, the lid fits perfectly. Now that I have my dual head mixer and my resiners air removal, I have a lot less bubbles. This one though did have a few bubbles because of that grid pattern. There was a few little spots here and there. I think it's because I used water instead of rubbing alcohol. It wasn't the right way of cleaning it. And now for this last one. Of course, a nice, simple, easy demold. But as I said, next month will be Christmas in July. And so this is actually a thing that my neighbor gave me. If you happen to know the TV show Breaking Bad, this is the collector's box. So it has all of the entire show into this box. And that's, of course, supposed to be, you know, the blue diamonds that is made by Heisenberg. And so this is actually something that is sold, and it does not come with this light. He actually put the light in himself. And then when he put it on, he said, oh, well, it's actually a little too dark. And so he knows that I do this resin. He was like, any chance you could do it a little bit differently? And I said, yeah, absolutely. So what I'm going to do for the next series of videos is called Christmas in July. And I'm going to be making some Christmas presents. This first one for my neighbor, and then some other ones in the future. And so in the future, I'm going to put this and then actually use some more of UV resin to make sure it sticks to that. So that way it's one piece. So make sure to check back for the future episodes. I'll see you next time. Remember, trust in yourself, honor yourself and others, and create a world that's safer for everybody. I will see y'all on the next one. My name's Chris Collected. Bye, y'all. And if you have any comments, suggestions, anything about the music or the videos, please, please, please put it in the comments. I read every single one. I am in every single premiere. Please go ahead and check it out. Bye, y'all.